All right, we are rocking and rolling. Welcome everybody to D&D in the
Um,
Svenzone. Um, my computer can only handle so many things at once, and so anytime I try to pull up, I have two instances of Fantasy Grounds running software that runs my stream, pushes to the stream. Um, and so if I try to open up the stream as well, it doesn't like it. It starts smoking and shaking and rattling, and the hamster dies. So trying to make it quick so I can do a
how do you?
sound check, because when I don't do the sound checks, we're talking or Mike is talking or without being heard. So
Where is your damn thing?
gotta check and make sure we can all be heard. There we go. Boom. We're getting there. Smoking and shaking has started, but let's check the sound real quick. As soon as I get my stream up, unmute it. All right, so I'm going to presume it's going to show up here in a second. Micah, how are you tonight?
I'm doing well. Um, doing good.
Okay.
Settling in my new job. I'm
Getting
almost
started,
finished with my
but
first week of
let's
work.
check the sound real
Tomorrow
quick.
will be my first
Cool.
full week at my new place, so
As soon as I get my
I'm
Nice.
happy.
stream up,
Are you liking it?
Yeah, I'm back in office, which is so good.
unmute it.
It's so nice to be back in the office
All right, so I'm going to presume it's going to show
and
up here in a second.
be around people.
Micah, how are you
It's pretty
tonight?
I mean, the office or an office?
back in an
I'm
office,
doing well.
like with people
Cool.
and stuff, as
Right,
opposed
right,
to being work from home, which I've been doing
right.
for the better part of 2 years. So
All right, so we have sound. It is working. We are live. That's awesome to hear. I'm glad that you're doing what you. If you have to earn a paycheck, have to go to work, at least it's in a situation more preferable.
heck yeah.
I don't know if that made sense or not. It made sense to me.
Good.
Um, and how's Reno doing?
You're doing pretty good. Much better than last time.
Excellent, excellent. So, as I was mentioning earlier, those of you who have joined us on the stream, welcome, welcome. Um, you'll notice there are a couple new things in the chat. So there are lots of sound alerts. Um, the other, so things like the Metal Gear Solid alert sound, or applause, or what's the dog doing? If you want an update on what's Parker up to. Um, and there's also things that you can spend your Sven particles on, things like that can affect the actual game we're playing in. So if you want to do a little hindrance for 215 points, that's a -2 to anything to the next roll on. You can pick either the bad guy or you can even pick one of the players if you want to mix things up. We also have the opposite. We have a little help. So +2. +2 they can save to use whenever they want. Um, there's also things like boost of healing, which will give them 1d8 +5 hit points back.
Cool.
And again, that can be done to the bad guys or the party. Um, and even the players can redeem those points if they're watching the stream, or if they watch, if they lurk on other streams that I do, they can earn those points and then come in here and spend them all. You just can't spend them on yourself, and you can't hurt the monsters. But the whole point is you can help other people in the party. So if Jackson
Right.
starts going down, Micah could give him a healing potion, or um, you guys are in a fight, Jackson Reno can give scrambles a +2 to hit, that type of thing. So, and there's lots of things to screw with me. So if you'd like to have Sven dance like a little puppet boy for you, um, you can do that. So you can make
It's gonna
me
cost you a lot of money,
uh,
right?
you can make me speak in a different voice. You can make me drink whatever's left in my water bottle. You can make me wear my cloak. I have a cloak that has two-sided red or black. It's like a vampire cloak. And I also have a dozen silly things on my shelf back here. Everything from a glitter fedora to troll hair to a little weird mask that light up. Um, and you can do that randomly. I'll roll the dice and throw one on, or if you want to spend a couple of hundred, 100 more, you get to pick from the list. So,
Nice.
um, all those different things. If you like animals, you can ask to see Parker for 50, and I'll bring Parker on the line. And for 500, you can see the stupid cat too. So, um,
It's that cat tax.
exactly. And if you want to uh, do the craziness, I have a list here of a wild magic surge chart that has 10,000 entries of wild magic things that happen. Sort of like Jackson does when he goes, except his list is 8 long.
Right.
This has 10,000. And for 1,000 points, you can say where it comes from, and we will figure out what happens. I did a test the other day for one of the viewers who wanted to see what it was.
Right.
And it was every time the person, so if Micah did it for Jackson, then every time Jackson got hit, the person hitting him would age 1d10 years.
Oh my god, that's
So
crazy.
it's craziness. Like I said,
That's nuts.
10,000 things. Zinlu says there's extra handling fee for the cat. Um, well, quickly, the storyline behind the cat is I'm not a real huge fan of cats. It's not that I hate them or kick them when they're always looking. They're not my big fan. Plus, this one particular one sheds like crazy. But because get up at 4:30 in the morning to go to work, and everybody else sleeps late for like 6 hours, 4 days a week, I'm the only one around. And the cat thinks I love him, and he's always around me. He'll sit on the back of my armchair right here where I work, and always wanting me to pet him. I'll go in the bathroom and he'll follow me. I pet him for maybe like a scritch once a month.
What the dog doing?
So
How's that even possible?
I don't,
Zara,
um, and
you don't
so
encourage
because
it.
he's taken care of by my daughter and my wife, they take care of the cat. I'm all about the dog. So I am willing, though, because I know a lot of people like cats. I am willing to risk the the misguiding this cat into thinking that I like it by picking him up and petting him on camera for you guys. But it's going
Nice.
to cost you. So that's what the tax is for. And Gorgio's on the line as well. Parker.
Giorgio,
So Parker is
Nidalu.
chilling. We just got back from a walk, so um, he was talking to me for a minute, saying hi, and I was petting him, and then he went over. He's laying on his blanket, freshly washed. That's what the dog's doing.
Ooh,
And Gojo redeemed what's the dog doing. He also redeemed a Sven talk. So for 15 minutes, I get to talk in a different voice.
Dear God.
have you been practicing them?
Sort of, yes, uh, but not really. Um, so
That's a GM's way of saying no.
yeah.
I'm too busy.
Okay. The table's failing me because I only have 80 something. There we go. All right. Start a timer. All right. Well, last week when we left off, you guys were still in Axholm. I
And this
didn't.
is Incorgio's fault?
This isn't Gorgio's fault. Yes,
Okay.
he says that's my favorite one. So as you can see on the stream, I picked wine. I rolled whining. Anyway,
Wow.
so we had. That's right. We played Clive Owen saying "Wow."
Wow.
So
Wow.
and you guys I will let you know a little ahead of time that the spend points are going to go up. I've had a couple people complain that they're too cheap. My goal is to get people to use them. Nice. And Gojo found the fart noise.
Ridiculous.
Someone,
So there are some that you
Getting
can
out of
pick.
hand quick.
There are some you can pick from where it says spend points, particles, and you can pick them. So those are the normal ones. And then I have down below, I have the 12-year-old ones like burp and fart. And I will warn you though, I have one called Bad Flute. And it's hilarious, but it is the worst 15 seconds, 30, 20 seconds of your life. Somebody playing the Titanic song
Oh my
really
goodness.
badly on flute. Anyway, so those aren't easily accessible. You have to scroll down a little bit and find
So
the
awful.
sounds below, which Ngojo has successfully done. Um,
I have a question.
so you should get
Was it-
220 points per hour if you click the little chest when it pops up. And if you follow, you get an extra 300 points. If you subscribe, you get extra points. So lots of ways to get points. What was your question?
you're saying sounds. Are they sounds coming through to the players, or it's just on the Twitch?
So it comes through on over the stream.
Okay.
Yep. And so I hear it. It actually plays twice right now because I'm not streaming. I said I can't watch the stream, so it plays on the stream immediately, and then when it hits the sound mixer on my software, it plays again. But anyway, getting back to what we were saying, the last week you all were dealing with a new resurrected, quote unquote, Lo Lin, who sadly is not joining us tonight.
Aw.
And she was dealing with her new powers. Uh, and you all had cleared out the top level of the Axe Home. And as far as you could tell, there weren't any other places to go up there. So you guys came back down. And that's where we
Okay.
had left off. Let me share the map because I put the wrong map in
I noticed
the
that.
message of the day. So zoom in, make it zoomy. All right, so let's see if we can get, there we go. Share. That didn't work. Try it again. There we go.
Ah. There we go. Yay.
So you'd come down the stairs and then do it. Oh, I have a new surprise for tonight. Scramble's echo is actually going to look like an echo of Scrambles
Oh.
when he summons it.
Ooh.
So
Ooh.
instead
Very
of just
nice.
the giant E that it used to be, because it's hard to describe in the book, it just shows a picture of a shadow, but it's more closer to a mirror image, the way it's described, not the way it's
Ah.
drawn. So and it does the same things that Scrambles does. Attacks, moves, all those things. So
This is true.
anyway, so you're in this room, you just killed the last of the ghouls, and that's where we left off. It stinks in here. If you zoom in, you can see the floor is dirty. It's actual dirt. That one section to the east has all collapsed and it's all broken.
I see the little skeleton pile there. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty gross. Okay, so I
So
think
we are on.
we looked through everything we could look through. I think we even dug through some of the crap, right?
No,
I
you guys didn't
believe we
study
didn't.
or search anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we came in
That's
and
unlike us.
immediately had to deal with what be going on.
As soon as the last one dropped, we
So,
quit.
Okay.
so Jackson's gonna have this nail file like that, waited for you guys to do your thing in the dust and dirt.
I'm not gonna look through the dirt for too much because it's dirt, but I'm gonna. Is that an actual like brick or dirt wall that is the side that looks like a brick or dirt wall, or is that like caved in wall? The uneven, not square side that looks
So to
shitty.
the east,
To the
as you're
east,
looking at the
yes.
map to the right,
Yes.
that's all broken and all destroyed. It's collapsed. It's an actual. It was one time carved out. To the left is the squared one
Yeah.
part of the room. To the north, though,
Right. We
checking
don't know what's going on there.
something really quick. There it is. Yeah, to the north is uh, like a dugout cavern. That's natural. That's not
Okay.
dwarven made.
I will. Jackson's gonna go ahead and take a look through the skeleton remains just to see if there's like any Indiana Jones type of jewels hanging out or gold necklace or whatever.
I'm also
Take a
going to
quick look.
check the XP. I don't remember if I did the XP. Give me a minute.
Stop your whining. Good God.
Thank you, Gorgio.
It's the worst.
Sadly, the whining is actually something I can do pretty well. If it's like Russian or French, that's why I usually don't show everybody what it is. I just do it, and then you guys just assume whatever you think, and that's fine.
I think that's a good idea. At least
Sound
until
pretty
you get better
French to
at this.
me.
Until you
Yes,
get better
I
at this.
know.
Is
This is
that French?
also this is also my French accent.
Did somebody comment that, or was that just me saying it?
No.
I
No,
was like, if one
French
of your
has
which one of your commenters said that? Because me and him are on the same wave. Like,
French is a lot more indignant though.
Alright, the tokens are unlocked. I did give you
cool.
guys your XP
Ooh,
already, so
yeah, afraid. You got a ways to go. Got a ways to go.
there we go. This is what I was looking for. Alright, so you do find some stuff.
Ooh.
So as you're looking around the room now, do you have a chance? Now the fight's finally over. This chamber, you can tell, was used as a worship place. And you see
Ooh.
some dwarves carved in the walls, and there's and so as you search through it,
Need to move back. Here you go, I'm moving back. There you go.
you find two things. You find both of you give me a percentile.
You want that in the dice tower?
No, just regular. We'll see what it goes. Ooh, Jackson, rocking it with 3.
Double lock 3. That's right.
Does mine go? I don't know if mine went or not. Oh, no, there's Jackson's. Okay, here's mine.
14.
Oh, there we go.
Okay,
Well,
okay.
whatever.
Both solid.
All right, so Jackson, you find a small steel coffer weighs
terrible.
5 pounds. It's a
Ooh,
small box
heavy. That's heavy.
made out of steel.
How big is it?
Steel?
Would it fit in your hand, or how
Wow,
large are
It's
we
about the
talking?
size of a
Cigar
cigar
box?
box. Yep,
not that
exactly.
big. Not that big.
Gotta
Mm.
keister it.
Is it about this size?
Yes, a little bit wider and rectangular, but it's just that size is a great size.
Cool. So I will go ahead and investigate and take a quick look at that. Obviously,
It's
using my vast.
unlocked. It's not locked, so
Ooh,
you can open it if you really
I'm gonna.
want
I'll,
to.
yeah, I'm gonna hold it back a little bit and just take a peek. I don't want to get blasted with some sort of magic dust if I have my nose right in it.
Go for it. I believe in you.
Yes.
So you see, it's packed with silt,
So,
and there looks to be a little potion all jammed in there, resting in the silt.
mm.
Noise.
All right. So obviously this is a special one. This is going to be packed like that and very cautious. Let's not just randomly whip that thing open. We'll
It's in
wait
a
till
steel
something else.
box. Yeah.
I know. It's like, and it's wrapped package. So
When we get back to town, I can have my not girlfriend look at it. I think her name's like
yeah,
Abigail or something like that.
close.
I don't know, something like that.
Absinthe.
She's a potion maker. She can look into it and tell us what it is. What
We
it
should call her.
is.
We should call her Absinthe.
What's in the box? She can tell
And
us.
then, so what are you doing with the box?
I want to go ahead and put it in my pack someplace, where I keep more of the more
Delicate
expensive,
items.
yeah, more expensive stuff that not like I'm whipping it out
Fragile.
in battle. Exactly. So it's being kept safe.
So Jackson found the box while Scrambles, you are looking around, and in the midst of these bones,
There's a dragon.
there's this
Dragon
gold
statue.
chain, and you sort of pull it and
Oh
pull
no.
it and twist it, and there's finally, after forever, an amulet on the end of it. It's all dirty,
Noise.
but when you clean it off a little bit, a little
Sure.
spit on it, you
One more
see
time.
it's a platinum amulet.
Ooh.
The chain is sturdy gold, and there's a symbol of a hammer and an anvil. Need
I
a
want it. I want
DC
it. I want it.
10 religion check.
I was just saying, I'm going to give you a religion check on
I
that because
will.
I don't know.
I will do it as well.
Let
I'm
me
going to
You're
do
go
it as
ahead.
not
well.
there. You're playing with the box.
No, I'm not. This is something important. It's anvil.
So was the box, which you just
Blacksmithing.
ignored and threw away.
13.
I didn't throw the box away. Keep the box.
So
It's a
you
13.
recognize that this is a holy symbol
Okay.
of Moradin, the dwarven
Mm.
god of creation.
Didn't
Ah,
Now, just as my in-game player knowledge, wouldn't Scramble remember the symbol of Morden too from the very first thing we did to go into that cave of Morden and find those dwarves?
correct. That's why it was
Okay,
only a DC 10.
perfect. I just want to make sure that's what I'm recalling. I think I've seen this somewhere. And correct me if I'm wrong or not. Didn't we find other
I
Morden
found
stuff in that cave?
Yes, and that sound means my 15 minutes is up.
Thank goodness. French accent was giving me a headache. Anyway,
So yes, you just
there's not enough disdain for it to be French. Trust me.
anyway. So, what else didn't we find something in that cave that had Morden symbol on it and Jackson was all fancy over it and loved it?
I think I may have that. Let me just double check.
I think you got like a dagger or something.
Let's see. I got
Could be wrong.
boots. I got a candelabra. Oh, I got a clockwork amulet, but that's not it. Let's see what else I got here. I got sending stone. Woohoo! I have the
Anyway.
staff of Aberith. I mean Abathor.
Yeah.
Is that the same thing?
No.
Or the same dude?
No.
Okay.
Not more.
Holy symbol. It's a holy symbol.
It's
I
cool.
don't think I do, man. I think you might have something.
I'm looking at it, and it's got a big old hammer on it. And I know Jackson likes hammers, so I will dust it off a little bit and blow it clean or whatever. Get all the dust and crannies out of it, and walk over and hand it to him. Hey, this looks like it has your name on it. Hand
Nice.
it to him.
Thank you, kind sir.
I already got this sweet helmet and this cool cloak. It wouldn't be nice of me to hog all the treasure. Plus,
All right.
you're the one with the hammers anyway.
I'm not worried
as
about it. I know where
Jackson
you
is
live.
jamming stuff into his pack without
Yeah.
saying anything to you. What? What? Huh? What? Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I don't know that. That's out of game knowledge.
That's right. What did you find, huh? What?
You find anything over there? Those bones? No, nothing.
Nothing.
Okay.
No, I share my knowledge.
I'm
No
sure
fear.
we're not like that. We're not worried about it. It's definitely more up his alley than it is mine.
You
Eventually,
think?
we got to give something to Cree and something to Tricks because they're looking sad. We're just looking like pimps from the 50s and they're walking around. Got chalices and robes and crowns.
Well, I mean,
Big
Trix
old
can't really
chain,
carry anything, but
big old chains and potions all over the place. Trix doesn't even have a skull. He doesn't even have something to protect his brain.
I thought we gave him something. Did we
No,
give him some sort of helmet? Oh, you
we
took the
gave
helmet.
we gave Cree those gauntlets, didn't we?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Magic
so he
gauntlets.
can mess people up.
That's awesome. Yeah, that should be some damage.
Heck yeah. The gauntlets of back off. So yeah. All right, cool. Well, we did some digging. That was awesome. Let's get out of here and keep going.
All right, let's do it. Are we? Oh, so the cave is completely done now. Or it continues on. I'm gonna move over a little bit.
I
Hey,
don't know.
this continues on, guys. Look at
I
that.
didn't check.
I'm moving this direction now. Hey, guys, it's over this way.
You're completely gone on my screen, so I'm just gonna
I
move
know.
into the
That's
dark.
why I'm telling you. It looks like it goes on for a little bit, guys. Now, does it seem like it's quiet? Is it like echoing? Our scuffles are echoing? Does it seem like it's fairly quiet? We'll stop. Hey, guys, quick for a moment and we'll listen. Anything going on? Scuffling? Anything?
Pull your magic walkie-talkie rock out. Your rocky-talkie.
That's right. You're Rocky Talkie.
So it is. It stinks in here, but it's. You think most of the smell is coming from behind you?
Okay. I have animal handling. Would I be able to recognize perhaps the scent?
Death, dead things,
Yeah.
the
Okay.
ghouls that you just kill because they eat dead things and rotting
Got it.
flesh.
Cool.
What it smells like.
That's a really grotesque smell. In case you
Yes,
guys
it is.
didn't know. Okay, so I'll pass on the information. Hey guys, this looks like it goes up and off into the to the north a little bit. I don't know if we want to do something or continue on. I'm assuming, unless you want to go back to the rooms. But this seems like it's interesting. You guys want to continue on?
Sure.
All right.
All right,
So
so go
I
ahead
will
and move yourselves a little bit, and I will be right back.
Okay. So I'm going to put my great axe away there. Scrambles. I'm going to pull out my sword again.
Okay.
Just a little bit of a smaller space.
So I can't see you whatsoever in the room that I'm in. I also can't see in that room.
Oh, you can't. Okay,
So
well,
like
just
I
go
can,
up.
like my character, I can drag it over here, but I don't know if there's anything over there or not.
Yeah, well, that's perfect. Your spot was that perfect. You can go right
Okay,
there.
go here. Should I go
Well,
up or
one
down a
more.
square?
One more.
Right
One
there?
more right there. Now I'm 2 squares above you.
2 squares north, like that?
Now we're right on top of each other.
Oh, okay, so
Back
I'll go.
off, dude. Back off.
I
There you go.
didn't get what you meant. Yeah, I can't see where I'm going because it's all black for
Oh, I
whatever
know.
reason.
I'm just letting you know that it's heading up mostly north, a little bit northeast.
Perfect.
Looks like it's
All
kind
right.
of casually going along.
So this is Peter,
Somebody
everybody.
made you get the gift.
Thanks to Engorgio. Everybody
Hold
can
on a
say
minute. I
hi
gotta see
to
this close up.
Peter. Let's see if Engorgio's cat will just lay on his shoulder. Let's see if. There we go.
Oh,
See,
there we go.
there he is. You can just see the
Oh, he's pretty kitty.
layers of
Well, whose
fur that's
cat?
just covering me as I talk and as I pet him.
Whose cat is it though?
This is
Okay,
Bobby's and Angel's.
Well, then
So
they need to get a good cat brush, and that way it'll minimize that stuff. That's kind of rude for you.
that's right. I agree.
Actually,
But
I
I
will
don't.
vouch. I will vouch for Peter also as far as cats go. I'm not a cat fan myself. I do like Peter. He's really chill, and he doesn't look cool here because he looks kind of white. But his color, his coat. I commented on it last week. It's almost copper. It's really cool up close.
Oh,
It's like a gold color. Like you can't
There you
tell
go.
in
You
this
can
light,
see a
but
little bit.
yeah,
it's
yeah,
really
yeah.
cool up
It's very cool.
close. He doesn't just look boring like every other cat. So
He looks very confused, and
he also
rightfully
does.
so.
He does really
Because
cool
you
tricks.
just pet him more than you have an entire
I
year
I taught him a new trick.
Exactly.
in 3 minutes.
I taught him a trick. Hey Peter, don't do anything.
It's like you're
Nailed it.
touching me, you're touching me, you're touching me, you're touching
So
me.
Engorgio says he's handsome and he's very happy. It's a new goal
Oh, thank
for
you.
Engorgio to save all his points for Peter. There he is. Anyway, so you guys move around. So you see ahead of you the door, the passageway sort of opens up a little bit and looks like there's another sort of cavern or something.
Okay, now Scrambles, can you see your map yet?
I
You
can now.
need to,
Yes.
okay, all right,
I
good.
still can't.
So,
No, actually, I still can't. I can see Cree. I can see Cree down there doing whatever Cree's doing.
all right, so Sven, he needs to have his map reset or something.
So
Yeah.
now he's behind my chair. This is where he usually sits in the mornings. He sits right on the back of my chair.
See, that means he's awesomely comfortable. He's just hanging out. He's chill. He's satisfied.
Or he's
You
just
exude this wonderfulness that
you.
he accepts and
You
brings
got
on as his own.
you got lonely. You got lonely cat energy.
Yeah.
You were a cat in another life, so he's chill.
It's a whole cat cam. So yes, so this room sort of opens up to your left, over to the west.
I see. Okay, here we go. Yep,
So I don't know if you heard me
pretty big.
whining, but it's all black. I exited out of it and pulled the Mac back up. I
Okay.
still can't see anything. But
So
Ron,
where's
you know,
tricks? You were using tricks because you rolled when you rolled your percentile. You
oh,
had it on tricks. So let me
okay, that might
see.
be why. Trix is now over here. There he is.
So moving tricks around, does that help?
Yeah, but now I can't see Trix again.
The tricks is by scrambles. Let me re-put
There he is.
tricks. Now he's looking away. Drop tricks back on the map. Boom. And drop scrambles on the map.
Okay, I can see Trix, and I still can't see crap with scrambles, but I can see Trix. Actually, I
Boom.
can't see
There we
Trix
go.
anymore.
So there's scrambles again.
Yeah, I still can't see crap with him. I'll just move Trix around. Can you drop Trix one more time for me? Because I still can't see scrambles. Scrambles.
Well, it's more important that you see me.
Well, I can use Trix to see everyone. I just can't see anything when I'm clicked on scrambles. Okay, there's Trix. No, he's moving.
So I'm seeing it ventures off to the left a little bit and continues to the
Yeah, and
straight.
I can see that now because Trix is there. So I will just move Trix around because I can see with Trix. So it's perfect.
All right, so let me move these guys up on the stream so you guys can follow along. Let me zoom out. Yeah, so like I'm controlling two characters right now. I have Lolin and Kree. When I move Lolin, I cannot see Kree at all. So let's see. If I click on Kree, switch to him as the active. Yeah, so it's a little screwy when you're running multiple characters.
Correct.
It's fine. I can see with tricks now, and so I'll just move tricks, and you can move scrambles or something.
Yeah, so I'm having the same issue. So it looks like only one of them will work with the line of sight and stuff.
This is
Actually, let me
Pharaoh.
try this. Let me try
This beauty.
just turning off the.
There you go.
What was the name of that cat?
Pharaoh,
Pharaoh.
as
Okay.
in King Tut.
Pharaoh. Okay.
Oh, Pharaoh. I
Yep.
thought you meant like feral, like it's a feral cat.
Oh
That's
no,
what I thought you
yeah,
said
no,
too.
no,
Came in
yep,
through
yep.
your window,
Nope.
like in the
She's
office when Dwight names the cat garbage because he found it in the
lovely.
garbage.
Well, it was Alex's cat, so I said, hey, since you're called Pharaoh Tutankhamen, let's just call him Pharaoh. I said, Pharaoh's awesome. Let's do it.
All right, now let's see if I move Cree. So that works for Cree. Can I move Lulin? All right, so now it seems to work for both. So try moving both. See if it works for you.
Yeah, it works. Perfect. It does work.
Okay,
Do you want
so
me to move Cree
fingers
around or
crossed
something?
that
Or?
works. Hey, Claudia, welcome, welcome.
Hey. She likes cats also.
Yes, he does like cats. Yep. Yeah, so feel free to use the your Svenzone particles if you want, Miss Claudia, and welcome. Thank you for stopping by. All right, so you guys go in and you see this room. It's you do see
Are we
that
heading
this is
to the left or right?
starts to be
Wow.
the whole thing is collapsed. There's rubble and rocks and dirt. And it's shifting as you move. It's hard to move in this area.
So this is we know this is all like one area, but it just has stalactites and stalagmites and debris everywhere. Is that correct?
From what you can see. I mean, as you move around and stuff, it looks to
I
be
mean, is there a
connected.
pile of rubble and me being 6'5" looking over it, or is it like completely blocking up my view? I can't
The
see
things
anything. I
that are
gotta walk
blocking
around.
your sight are blocking your sight. They're completely floor to ceiling columns.
Okay, got it. Oh, okay, columns. Columns. It's interesting. All
They're
right, I guess.
natural columns of rock.
Okay, so it's a stalagmite or stalactite. Oh wow. Okay, this is a massive room here. You guys want to look around in here? Just be cautious.
Sure.
I move my map a bit. Holy crap, that's big. Whoa. Oh, there's a door too. Ha! Looky there. All right, so if everybody's up for it, we'll go take a quick look around, see if we see anything of interest or containers or bookshelves or kitchens or anything. If not, then oh, there's a hallway over here, guys.
All right, and
Looks like it goes
which
pretty
one
straight.
of you are trained in survival?
Me. I am Strix. Scrambles, that is. Scrambles has a +3 to his survival, and he is trained in it.
Ooh, that's good. If you're trained, what does that mean? You have a little
A
rabbit ears
star.
next to yours? Oh, the star. Okay.
The star is gold.
Yes, I got it.
I got a gold star in survivals.
Exactly.
Because nobody's
Bam.
gonna fuck with you. That's why. Not that you're really great at surviving. There's nobody wants to fuck with you.
Oh, it's because I could eat anything because I'm a cow. I eat grass and live.
So you think all of this rubble and stuff, and in this side of the room, because again, once it looks like it's opens up into a dwarven made room. It looks like this probably happened from an earthquake.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll make that announcement. I'll let everybody know. Hey, be careful. Ground might be a little shaky. Watch your
Okay.
step.
You
Don't
can
step
also
on any.
tell it happened a while ago. This is not new
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
Awesome. I now have white hair all over me.
I get the Scotch Guard roller thing.
That's right.
They got some really good ones now.
But that's all right. And that's how Engorgio wants to spend his 500 Svenzone
That's right.
particles, then go for it.
That's right.
Okay. So as you go into this clearer area, you do see that everything Jackson said as far as what's in the room. Beyond that, you don't see anything else of interest in the room itself.
Okay.
It is a little dustier and dirtier because of all the stuff that happened. The earthquake happened and walls collapsed, dust and dirt flew everywhere and settled over the years, and now it's dirtier than the other places of Axholm we've been in. But
And there's no indication that anybody's been here recently then.
correct. You do not see any indication of that people have been here recently, and as you are moving around, you're leaving tracks and stuff.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna
Okay.
suggest that we don't open those doors, but investigate above. And here's why. I have no
Okay.
idea. No, I'm just thinking
I
that
was like,
this is natural, whereas this is probably going to be made. I mean, dwarven made, so maybe going up will be more. I don't know, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
no.
I have no idea what I'm saying,
No,
but
I
you know what
don't.
I'm saying.
You didn't say very much. So
Just
you
thinking
said
that
we
if
shouldn't
we
do it
go up to
because maybe you know what I'm saying.
that's right. Telepathically,
I'm
dude.
gonna agree
There's my
with you
thing. There's
that we
my
shouldn't
Rocky.
do
Oh
it.
man, my Rocky talkie. Hey, dude, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
You know what I'm talking about?
don't,
That's what it
but
is.
I'll agree with your sentiment. If you
There you
don't
go.
want to open
There's
the
my rock.
doors, that's fine with me. We don't have to open all the doors. I get it.
Well, what I'm saying is that nobody's been here, so if we're
Yeah,
probably pretty safe if we continue up, check out this one hallway or whatever this is, the hewn stone,
sure.
versus going into these doors, which means we're going to encounter crap quite likely or possibly. So
Yeah, but
that's
isn't that
all.
what we're here for? To flush out all the crap?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind the little treasures we're getting too.
I agree. I like the treasure, but like our whole job for being here is to make sure that all the crap is gone so other people can come and
Well,
make
what if
this
we go
crap
down
their
this
home.
thing and this is the secret hallway to the dragon, and that's kind of important, isn't it?
I don't think this is the secret hallway to the dragon.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna do it this way.
That would be the worst place for a dragon to hide, in the bottom
All
of an
right, let's see
earth.
what we got. It's above 200. Let's go. If it was below 200, we would have gone into the doors, but we're gonna go up.
All right, I'll follow him.
All right. My map does not cooperate. There we go. All right. So Kree's gonna head us now. He's gonna leave the pack, all wounded and everything. How wounded is he? Oh, he's pretty wounded, dude. We might want to think about giving Kree some help here. He's 1/3 dead.
My HP says 7. Does that mean I have 7 damage points or only 7 health left?
7 wounds.
Damage.
Okay.
Your hit
Should be
points are
on there.
46, so
Okay,
right
good.
now you have 39 total.
That's awesome because I was
Let's
really
take a
worried.
look
I was
and
like,
see. So Kree, can you do some healing on yourself, or I'm thinking maybe I'll give you one of my potions to get you back up.
Well, right now I'm fine. I'm not worried about being just down a little bit. If it gets worse, then yes, I can use. I just don't have a lot of spell points left. Spell slots.
That's what I'm saying. Well, maybe we can just. I have a potion of healing. My point. I have a number of them actually. So I'll take the Rocky Talkie. Scrambles. He's gonna just say rub some dirt on it and let's go. So I think maybe we should try to fix it.
I'm sitting right behind you.
Scrabbles is right.
I know, but it's like the kids texting when they're 2 feet
We're
away
like
from each other.
this close to each other.
Well, we don't want Kree to hear though. I'm whispering.
Yeah, but he is right behind you also.
All right, fine. We'll let him be. Rub
I
some
know.
dirt and
I
we'll
agree
let
with your
that out.
sentiment. I'm just saying, what are you like? Have a concussion or something? Like, do you not?
He's 1/3 dead, and that's concerning me
We are all
considering
standing
he's
within
our
15 feet
lifeline.
of each other.
He's our
We're,
lifeline here.
we're both a hole right now, walking down a hallway, and you're trying to convey secrets.
Hey, it's like text messaging. I can whisper into the Rocky Talkie.
That's
That's right, Claudia. He's gonna pass out.
All right, so that's what we're doing. We're heading down, taking a look. Let's see what we got here. I'll just continue up a couple steps. Oh, it's opening up. Oh, here's some of the arrow uh, slots. Or what are they called again? Not arrow slots. They're
That's exactly what they're on. They're arrow slits.
okay. So this obviously is going to be leading us back to the west where we were before. So is this a door here, or is it just something that we recognize as an arrow slot, and we're just moving on?
That is
Because
an arrow slot that has a ballista pointing at your face,
Don't touch it.
like the other
huh,
ones did.
right. Should I do my shield thing?
Opposite that,
Coming in.
though, if you notice on the floor, there's a bunch of crap.
Ah, which you
Opposite,
can't
going the
get to.
other way, you see there
So,
is a tunnel that has been burrowed
oh,
behind you going to the west, and it is
into the
2
east.
feet wide, 5 feet high, and it's been
Huh.
somewhat recently dug. It's not natural like the other caverns were. This has been burrowed by something, and
Okay.
it goes and turns,
So, Tricks, are you
going
open to
slanty up.
Yeah, we should send Trix down there for sure.
assuming he's willing?
I mean, I roleplay him, so he's super willing.
Yeah, and he has telepathy too, so he
He
can
also thinks Scrambles is
speak with us.
ridiculously good looking, but that's beside the point. Yeah, he has telepathy. He can talk to us.
Okay, and I say
Let's
let's
send him
ask
down
him.
there. Heck yeah, Trix, are you okay with going down in the tunnel? I'm gonna roll for Trix. Let's go with he's probably willing to do it, so let's say it's not difficult for him to do. If he
Okay, I agree.
rolls anything above 5. What did he
Why'd you
roll?
get a 4? He rolled a 17. Awesome.
Cool. He's super willing to do it.
Awesome.
All right.
So we'll have Trix go down the tunnel very slowly and creepily. I'm sure he would do that naturally anyway, but just in case, I'm going to let him know, hey, you're priority to us. Please don't die.
So this tunnel,
I'm sure he's motivated not to die.
I am.
he goes up. Again, 2 feet wide, 5 feet high. It goes for about 60 feet, winding up, and spits back out on upstairs
Oh,
in an area that you
5 feet.
guys did not get to.
2 feet's only this wide, so that's not even a dwarf size. So
Hmm.
it must have been
Spits
the.
back out into a room similar in nature of the other one, where things are destroyed and then part of it's man-made.
Okay.
Ask
But we
him.
haven't been there yet.
Right. Does he see anything of interest in there? I mean, does it look like something we'll be finding later on, or is it like a lost cause?
Yeah. I'll ask him, does he see anything valuable or anything that looks like it might be useful to the party hanging around?
Nope, there's nothing there.
Okay. That's perfect.
Perfecto. Let's do it.
All right. So let's go keep walking.
Yep.
Do we want to make that tunnel not a tunnel anymore? Because that keeps people from coming from upstairs down here.
Yeah, that's true. Is there enough rubble there to kind of like push it up and make it somewhat of an obstacle to get through for a normal person? Well, it's only 2 feet wide though, so
I know, but I'm just thinking like anything that's crawling or rat-like, any other varmin,
yep, I agree.
might as well.
You filthy varmint.
You vermin.
Varmint. All right, so that's
So
what we're gonna
this is
try.
where those of you at home, this is where it comes out. That's what he saw.
There's another arrow thing. I'm walking by the arrow things with my shield up just in case.
Okay.
I'll be the one that gets pummeled, or my shield get pummeled if I trip something. And I weigh enough to be able to trip it, I think. So I'm not really concerned once I get through.
Sure.
All right. So as you Again, you see these arrow slits, and it looks like the passageway ends in a door
Up
to
above?
the left.
Oh, that's way up there, though. Okay. You guys want to check this out? Or wait until let's just do it. Screw it. I have beads of sweat on
Yep.
me now. Bloody sweat.
I'm following you.
Okay.
I can't really follow you because
Cree is,
my scrambles placard is messed up again, so I'm just following you with tricks
okay.
because I can see
Okay.
with tricks. So I can move scrambles, but can't.
Cree's backing us up, keeping an eye on our 6, whatever. All right. Everybody
Cool.
ready?
Yeah.
There we go. And go. Open it up. I see a bigger, larger room. I'm peeking my head in there. What am I seeing? Oh, there's a bunch of arrow stuff. This looks like it's an armory type of thing where they were loading all the stuff. Yeah, that must be what it is.
Oh,
This is like the battlement of the whatever you want to call this, the mountain.
Yeah, the
idea.
armory. Okay.
Well, the armory, the armament.
What do you mean?
It means that they're bringing and reloading the stuff. They're not. All their stuff isn't stored here, unless it's stored here.
Oh, I don't know.
Mr. Span, are we finding like all cool kinds of weapons and?
No, what this is as you're looking around, you see there's a stairway going up below you. You see that there are ballistas pointed at the arrow slits.
Okay.
You also see a handle next to Jackson that raises the portcullis and lowers the portcullis. And you see next to each ballista there are 5 bolts.
Nice.
And that is all that you see in this room.
Okay.
All right. So it looks like
Things are hiding in here, so
what's going on over here? Nothing.
And as you
So
look through the
I,
arrow slits,
if I were
this
to
is
look
where you
through the
came
arrow
in.
slit, yeah, that's good. That's what I'm
Yep,
asking.
that's
Yep.
where you guys came in.
So we have a stairwell going down, which is probably going back to where we were before.
yeah, it's perfect.
Okay. So unless we see anything that might be of interest in terms of investigating or
This is
anything,
where
I
they
think it's
came
just
in.
head back down.
I agree.
Okay, I'll take the lead. I'll catch up with Cree wherever he went to.
Oh, you're going around that way.
What do you mean? You
I
want to
thought
go
you meant
down the stairs where we haven't been before?
Up the stairs. Stairs go up.
Oh, okay.
yeah, we haven't been up the stairs, so I was like, oh, I thought we were going to check that out.
Okay, let's head upstairs. I will take the lead again. Oh, longer stairs. Longer stairs. All right. So far, I'm
All
up
right,
the stairs.
so
I've lost
if you
all
guys are going
vision.
upstairs, give me a moment to throw you on the map. Who's going after Jackson?
I'll put Scramble second, but I can't physically put him second, but I would like him to be second.
Okay.
I will need a new map. Yep, there we go. Oops, come back here. Looks like an Indian head profile.
Yeah. An arrowhead.
An Indian head.
So there's tricks as
Aztec.
well.
All right, here we go.
I don't know if which one you're seeing from.
I don't know either, but I can see.
From.
Cool.
I can see scrambles, and I can see tricks. So.
And I'm standing right in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're seeing columns in a larger room
Those
here.
pews, or are those stairs off in the distance?
What distance?
All
are
right,
we
so
looking at?
you have.
They're pews. Pew pew.
You see
Sorry,
thick
go ahead.
webs strung all between the walls and the pillars.
Like cobwebs or like webs?
No, these are much bigger than cobwebs.
Alrighty then. I have a bad feeling about this.
5.
My danger
Come on.
sense, our barbarian danger sense is kicking in.
Oops, hit the wrong button. There it is. Boom.
I have an uncanny sense of when things aren't as they should be, giving me an edge
That's
when I
right.
dodge
It's
from danger.
uncanny.
That's right.
Okay. This thing is being silly. There it goes. Boom. Open it up. I'm actually going to just take in a little while today. Give me just a moment. There we go. Boom. 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 Press down. All right. And as you come in, you hear, and we have initiative, folks. I'll push it to you guys. Select, init, roll.
Nice. Oh, that was a 20. That was a 20, dude. Cree was a 20, definitely. It's a 2 and a 0.
All right. So we will expose what you guys can see.
Holy. Giant spider. Not 1, not 2. Freaking 6. I mean 5. 6. Wow. And they're massive. Holy crap, dude. Where's the rocky
In
stuff?
case you didn't know what a spider looks like, now you do.
That's a pretty nasty spider, though. He's got mandibles and some sort of a claw-like apparati there.
All right. So as you come in, you have these webs, and all of a sudden you see the webs start shaking and moving. Let me go ahead and zoom in. And to start us off, the one right close to you
Oh, Jesus.
makes sense.
Yep.
Slides on over. Slide, slide, slippity slide. Maybe. Come on.
Maybe.
And he is going to. Oh, he can do that. What's the range? Range is only 5. That doesn't seem right. Hold on. No, the range is 30. Okay, so he's not going to move. He sort of raises up, and you see this stuff spew from below his last 2 legs, and this white goo comes flying at you, Jackson.
Uh-oh. I'm
And
going to have my shield out.
you are covered with this net.
Damn.
And you are restrained.
Strain. Hold on. I got that chart somewhere here. What is it? Conditions. Yes. Restrain. Come on. Where is it? Man. So a lot of conditions, man. Okay. Poison prone. Holy crap. Where is it?
That's what it means.
There we go. Strain. Strength feature speed becomes 0, and it can't benefit from any bonus to its speed. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. Ooh, and the creature's attack roll has a disadvantage. That's cool. Creature has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
All right, so you are wrapped up. So it scrambles as you're walking. All of a sudden, this stuff slams, jacks him against the wall, and you see he's covered in his web. As he's got his shield and a shield out. And now Jackson, it is your turn. So at the end of your turn, you can try to escape. let's see. Hold on a second. Where is it? Web, here it is. All right. So as an action, you can try to burst the webs, break out of the webs using a strength check.
Okay.
Or you can try to destroy the web itself.
Okay.
You
Can I
can
do
try
my wild
take your normal
surge?
action, but you can surge as go into rage. Absolutely.
Okay. I'm going to do that immediately
All right.
because I am pissed, man. All right. So let me see if I can do this right. So wild surge.
That's right.
Here
And
we
Gojo
go.
says it's butt rope.
Lovely.
And it is.
Okay.
He's not wrong.
Wild magic. I'm rolling the wild magic. Here we go. And go. Come on. Something good. We got 3. An intangible spirit, which looks like a pixie, appears within 5 feet of the creature of your choice that you see within 30 feet of you. At the end of the current turn, the spirit explodes. So every 6 seconds, creature within 5 feet must succeed in the dexterity throw or take 1d6 force damage. Till the end of my rage, I can use this effect again, summoning another spirit at each of your turns as a bonus action. Awesome. So I won't be able to move, so my bonus action will be the activating of my pixie, right? Is that how that works? I need to go 3 is 3. Oh, wait a minute. And then what does it mean down at the bottom? It says wild rage, that the wild rage 3. It's supposed to something with that. Oh yeah. Okay, never mind. I got it.
Okay. So
Cast
the
and
answer
attack.
to your question is,
Yeah.
um,
Yes.
so this little pixie, sweet little pixie, Tinkerbell comes flying up. You can put him wherever you want, him or her. You decide the gender of the pixie, and then when you're finished with your turn, it will explode, and everything within 5 feet of it has to dodge or take damage.
Nice. All right.
So,
Well, I mean,
and then you can do this again as a bonus action every turn.
I don't have to wait the 6 seconds.
Every turn, on your turn, you can do it again as a bonus action.
Okay.
And when you
So then
say everything, you mean enemies only or everything?
This says each creature within 5 feet of it must succeed. That includes himself.
okay.
That means everything, everything.
So if I place the pixie right there, smack dab in the middle of the giant spider things, that will affect them, but will not affect our party at all, correct? We're at least 10 feet away from the pixie.
All right, hold on just a second. I'm putting that there. Okay, go. And where did you want it?
Right smack dab in the cross between, I'm right in the middle of between the 2 spiders.
5, 10, between the 2 spiders. Okay.
Yes.
Right next
So
to you. Okay,
10,
so right there.
10 and a half. Nope. Oh, let's see. Yeah, that's fine. It'll still affect both of the spiders in front of me.
It'll affect
And it
3
may,
spiders right there.
there you go. Awesome. Let's do it.
Okay, so
My cutie little pixie. Wink. She looks all innocent, demure. And then all of a sudden,
oops, hold on.
all the guys in the party
Clear.
are very disturbed.
There you go. So you have those 3 targeted. Open
Okay.
up the thing on down below.
Well, yep. Press cast or the
Yes.
saving. Come on, baby. Come on. What do we got?
And then roll damage.
Damage. Here we go.
So 2 succeeded, but 1 of them failed. So you
Okay.
do 4 points of damage to it. And it is gone.
Speaking of pixies, do you have a favorite pixie, Reno?
Tinkerbell. If she's a pixie.
She's a pixie.
Yeah.
My favorite pixie is also Tinkerbell, but specifically the one from Hook.
Julie
That means
Roberts.
Julia
Talking
Roberts.
about Julia Roberts.
Heck yeah.
Nice.
She's the hottest one.
All right, so that was your bonus action. What else are you doing?
If you're saying I can do this again, then I will do this again.
I am not saying that. That was your bonus action. You can do it once a turn as a
Okay.
bonus action.
All right.
But you still
So
have a
that's it.
move and you have an attack or standard action.
Okay. Well, I can't move and I
Correct.
can't attack because both
You
of
can
those
attack.
require movement.
No, you can
Oh,
attack if you want. You can attack scrambles. You can attack the wall. You can attack the
spider.
web. You can
You
attack
are correct. I
yourself.
will not be doing that. However,
Okay.
Can't he
hold on a
attack the
minute.
spider that's holding him?
You know what? I'm going to do something
Spider's not
bizarre.
holding him. It's 5 feet
Oh,
away. It
I'm
shot
going
a
to use
web.
my I'm going
I
to use
thought
my
I grabbed him.
cantrip.
That makes more sense now.
I'm going to use my cantrip. Actually, my Ray
Okay.
of Frost, shooting
Bam.
it right at the giant spider above the first one on top, the
Gotcha.
northern.
Nice.
Okay, so I have to undo all this targeting and then target. Bam. All right, here we go. Ray of Frost. Cast. Bam. Come on. Yes. Oh, he's so close though. Can we just say I hit him anyway? I mean, I'm not moving. I got a steady arm.
You did hit it. It just wasn't in the right
Oh,
strong enough
okay.
spot. And there's frost appears on its skin and stuff, but
All right.
it
No, I
seems
will allow that.
does a little
I will allow
shiver,
that. Go ahead.
but doesn't actually take any damage.
All right, fine.
All
I'm
right,
laying back.
scrambles.
Okay. Scrambles sees him being all wrapped up. Is there anything I can do to immediately assist him in not being caught in a web? I mean, I'm holding a great axe, and I'm not going to great axe the web because that's outlandish. But he's got a sword. I know he has some type of dagger on him. Can I grab at that and try and free him as my action?
You can definitely try to attack even with your great axe. This is not a tiny little web. He is encased in it's all over the place. So you could
Oh,
easily. I mean, it's
I just
not
don't
like
want
you
to hurt
have
him.
to Hank Aaron this thing every time. You can just trying to. If
Okay.
you want to attack the web, you can absolutely.
Yes,
It
I want to
has.
attack the web, and within mind, I don't want to hurt Reno.
Yep. So it has an arm class of 10. So go ahead and just roll an attack.
Okay, give me a second.
Can I assist him?
Should I just roll that in the dice in the little thing over here?
You just double click it on your actions page.
On my
You don't
actions
have anything
page.
targeted, so just double click it, the attack.
Perfect.
All right, you guys are not blessed anymore though, so boink boink. Forgot to remove that. All right, 28. That is definitely a hit. So
Perfect.
roll damage.
Keeping in mind, I do not want to. Should I just double click the damage also, or
Yes, it is immune to psychic damage. I'll give you that
the
for free.
web?
Yes, just give you
That's
that for
crazy.
free. All right, so that is enough. So you had to do 5 points of damage. You did 9. So
Okay.
Jackson stumbles. You still got it on you, but it's free enough to where you're able to rip the other side off. It's still sticking to you, but you're able to move around freely enough to where,
Cool.
for now at least, you're good to go. So that was your attack. What else
Yeah.
would you like to do?
I'm gonna move past him now that he is not ensnared in the giant web thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna move to there. And then as my bonus action, I would like to cast my Echo 5, 10, 15 feet west of me, in between Lowland and I. Basically, 2 squares
Okay.
towards me from Lowland, and 1, 2, 3 squares away from me towards Lowland.
So Lolin is not actually there. I just put
I
it there
know.
so you can see it.
Yeah, I'm just
Yes.
using her as a reference.
Yep. And there you go. The new and improved Echo. You can zoom in and see. I think it looks a little cool. It's a little blurry and a little off color, but and it's facing the other way.
Yep.
But
Pretty
that
cool.
is his Echo.
We do look cool right now, too.
All right, little
Nice.
bookends. Okay, so that
Alright.
is you.
Yep.
Click.
Free Jackson. Did he take any damage from the net or no?
No,
Would I be able to tell while I was freeing him? Did he look like he was a little hurt? Acid
no,
eating?
he's not taking any hurt, any
Okay, good.
damage.
Just restrained.
No acid dumped all over you. That's good. Not acid nets. Those are the worst.
The acid net. Yes, spit.
I mean, it sounds way worse than being a regular net.
So he's just gonna move up. Not a lot of room right now. So he just slides on up and he's going to try to spew the echo. A little butt rope going at Scramble's echo. Why didn't it move on the stream?
Butt rope's my favorite.
That's weird.
Right. Keep that to yourself, sir.
Oh, it's probably because you can't see because these, what the heck are these things? I'm going to turn them off. Close. Okay. Open. 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 There we go. And there we go. All right. Now everybody can be seen. Okay. Clear all targets. Clear targets. I don't know why that's being weird. Okay. Anyway, it moves up. It tries to get, it missed. So Scrambles appears. And then as it turns and faces the room, this webbing comes flying at it and it moves to the side and catches most of it with his axe. And the next spider is going to slide up and attack. Forget this webness. He's just going to try to bite the echo. And he misses again. He has he got this big Q-tip looking thing
Yay!
now because his axe is all covered with his web, and he baps it on the face, pushes the spider away. This is the one that was hurt by the exploding. So that little pixie arm and wing you see stuck to it, slowly dripping down. Moves up. 10, 20. Yeah, it's too much going on. It doesn't have a clear enough sight. All right, so Lolyn will be now coming in the room. She walks upstairs, so it's 5, 10, 15, 20 to get here. Got too many windows open. Here we go, Lolyn.
Fuck me.
All right, so Lolyn is going to, let's move this down. She a bunch of spells and stuff now. Coolness that she can do. She's going to, she has Armor of Agathis on. So again, you see this frost. She's like she's covered in frost. Little icicles and things sticking out from her. Um, and she's going to, that's the wrong one. As a bonus action, she's going to hex this giant spider in front of you. She's going to move up next to Scrambles, hoping that she can use him as a meat shield, and he will look more appetizing than she does. Since she is made of rock, he is walking beef. So give me just a second. I gotta fix her hex spell. Here it is. Come on, Lolyn, wake up. There we go. Actions. And then after she casts Hex, she then you see this blast of rock come flying out, slams into the spider. All right, so she's going to give it disadvantage on dexterity saving throws since the exploding pixies are saving dexterity saving throws. Puts that on herself. Okay. So now if she hits it, she'll do an extra damage to it until it dies.
Ooh.
It lasts for an hour, and she can transfer it to somebody else. That uses up all of her warlock spells.
Wow.
She has one, so cantrip. Come on. Where is Eldritch Blast? Okay. Sorry, guys. I was trying to find everything on her sheet. Here we go. Boom. She's shooting at the spider. Okay. And that is a hit. So
Nice.
this should do. And it does. Max damage. 16 points of damage as
Nice.
this rock goes slamming into it. And then she's going to do it again. As a second Eldritch Blast goes flying towards this thing. But a 3 on the dice as this thing rocks back and as it settles back in on the web, the second one goes flying past it. And that is it for the Lin. All right, so this guy is going to step up and try to bite Jackson.
No.
And it's a miss. This guy in the background, he's also not a whole lot of room. These guys need to shift and adjust to make more room for people. He's calling out orders from the back. Everybody slide over one space. Tricks.
All right, so Trix is going to come down the stairs, but not super down the stairs because once he gets to about here, he can see that thing. He doesn't want to be anywhere near those spiders.
Okay.
So he is going to use his action.
All right, so he's on a weird thing. Give me just a moment. There we go. Is he moving beyond Jackson?
No.
Okay, so you're good.
Is there like a wall that hides Trix from the giant spider thing that he can't see?
So if either of them try to attack each other, they're at a minus.
Sure.
Trix doesn't because it's a save. But if he
Okay.
was going to bite him, it would be at a minus.
Yeah.
Um,
So
but
I'm
because it's so big, it does sort of notice a little movement behind there. But yeah, there is a wall there for
so
half the square.
question. Can Trix use a bonus action as a full action?
No, because it's just the way the rules are written.
Okay. Then he is going to attack and help, I guess. He's going to use a psychic attack on
Okay.
the spider. Let's go ahead. Where is this attack actions? There they are. Psychic. He's going to cast it on that guy. And he failed, which is awesome. He's going to take some damage.
Nice.
And then I don't know if it can push him because I think he's too big, but we will try anyway. What does it say?
So again, it's not. He's not being pushed. It's in the sense, in the literal sense of the word. He is reacting and moving to these things. So it is
Oh,
being moved, but it's not. He's not physically pushing him. You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
It's not like you're hammering horns, slam into them and
Slam
push
into him.
them. This moves it. So he's actually going up to back a square. Okay. So again, it sort of reacts. You see it snipping and sort of moving back as he thinks these smaller spiders and centipedes and things are all
And
over it.
because hindsight is 2020, can I have helped Jackson before I did that attack so that way I would have a minion that's adjacent to a foe of mine to help Jackson before I do that?
Yes.
Cool. Then I will have used the help action and then attacked him.
Okay.
My help action. Come on. Effect. Help. Perfect.
All right. And Kree is going to find his character sheet. There we go. He's just going to move in and slashy slash, start fighting these things. So let's put him on a map. 5, 10, 15, 20. I don't know what just happened. Let's try this again.
There he is. Cree, my man.
So Jackson, he could have gone here. So he will. And he has his multi-deck. So he's going to try to finish this guy off. Come on. 1 on the dice is not going to do it. So claws also missed a 3. Boy. All right.
I
Well,
forget. Do we have that? Do we have that table to roll, or we don't do this in this time?
no, we don't do that in this one. He's got all these webs stuck on him as he moves past Jackson, and it's like all discombobulated. All right, so I'm going to remove Felina from the map. Top of round 2. Jackson, you're going to lead us.
Okay.
So you've still got the 3 targeted. Now your bonus action, if you want to use your pixie again, you can. You can go pretty much anytime you want it to go.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and do the pixie thing right now.
All right,
Right
where do
there
you
at the
want it to be?
intersection, right where it was before, right in that crosshair of the 3, or whatever it is. The center of the 3 that she was going for last time. Oh. Nope. Where the hell over here?
That's
Back where it was before.
that will get 3 of them. And
Okay.
otherwise it can't be in a. There is no empty square that will get 3 of them.
So it has to be an empty square. I can't like place it
Correct.
within the realm. Okay. All right. That's what it'll be then. All right. So we'll go ahead and roll the thing for that. Correct. Where is
All right,
it?
there you go. So now they are targeted. Go ahead
Okay.
and
Cool.
attack and
Roll
then
the hit.
damage.
All right. Attack first. Let's see. Cast. Come on, baby.
And then roll
All
damage.
right. And damage.
All right, so again, it might even be the same one you hit before. I don't remember, but it gets hurt, and so
All
now
right.
it's your
Cool.
turn.
All right. I am going to step. Can I just step forward 5 feet right there without an opportunity attack from anybody?
You can, yep.
All right. So let me untarget and target. All right. Whacking that thing with my barbarian longsword. Here we go. Hit. Awesome.
Are you still restrained? Hold on. Give me a second. What did you drop? You dropped a 9, so that's fine. Give me just a second.
He shouldn't be. I spent my whole turn freeing him.
Right.
And
That's why I cleared it off. All right, go for it.
Yeah.
You still hit, so
Okay.
you're
Right.
good. The 9
All right.
9 wasn't a critical, so.
5. Oh, 9 damage. Nice.
All right, so you slice into this thing, stepping up, and as focus for a minute, and this pixie appears, and then explodes, and pixie viscera everywhere. And the spider tries to attack you back. And it does. It hits and bites you. Good news is you take half damage from the bite. Bad news is the bite is not all it does.
Ah. So in this case, I saved against it, so it's not going to be hitting me, or it means
Correct.
I take
So you,
quarter.
as this poison starts coursing through you, you feel yourself starting to cramp up, but you're able to shake it off. I'm checking something real quick. Let's see. Half damage on a save, okay? But you still take a little damage.
Skills. What we got here? Action.
All right, so you take half damage from the poison, but you are not poisoned and you are not
Okay.
paralyzed because you saved.
Nice. Awesome.
Yes, so these guys are a little tough. When they bite you, their poison
Ain't going to hurt.
damages you and paralyzes you and poisons you. So 3 different effects. All right, scrambles.
Really? Wow.
Okay. So now Scrambles is back in the action. This one next to Cree looks pretty messed up, so he's gonna run over here. 5 and then 10. Next to Cree, he's gonna take out his giant axe and try and slash at it.
All right, roll that. I'll be right back.
Nice.
Oh,
Hit.
let's do some dabblage.
Great magical axe.
Heck yeah. A weak.
18. Oh, he is exceeding hit points. And there it is.
Yeah,
Kitty bat.
the kitty bat.
Nice. So
So I dropped a 1 and picked up a better one because of my great axe expertise or whatever that is.
absolutely, yep. Great weapon fighting.
That's
Excellent.
what it is. Great weapon fighting. So I ran over, I attacked it, it died, which is awesome. I'm going to use. Let me see if I have it still. Nope, I used my Unleashed Carnation, but I do have a action surge. I'm going to use my action surge to. Now that one is dead, so I moved. How many did I move? 5, 10, 15. Can I still move again, or is that considered a second action?
Nope, you can move the rest of your movement.
Okay.
Now, if you're where are you moving to?
I was going to switch spots and teleport, but I have to move. It counts as my move to do that. So I wasn't sure if I could do it or not.
Oh, so yeah, in that case, because it would count as your full move, you can't teleport
No, I can.
as
As a move action, I can teleport with my echo and move.
He's just making that shit up, man.
okay.
So I'm not. It's in the thing. Um, where's my incarnation? Let me make sure that's right because I'm pretty sure that's right. No, that's Unleash incarnation, fighter surge, manifest echo. There it is. Manifest your echo within 15 feet of you. It's magical. Bonus action. Dismiss it. Your echo's AC. Saving. You can see your echo. Magically swapping places with your echo at a cost of 15 feet to your movement. So that's what I meant by that. So it
There you
cost me
go.
15 feet
All
to
right,
switch
so
places.
perfect. So that's what you had. So
Yep.
you're all set.
And then I will attack with my fighter action surge, which is the second action.
Okay.
So I'm going to attack this big bug and hopefully kill it. Maybe all the other spiders will get terrified and run away. I don't know. Let's see.
Nice.
Nice.
Awesome.
Very nice.
We hit. We're big and scary. Let's do some damage. Awesome.
Oh, nice.
17 damage doesn't kill it. Wow. So I moved, I hit. I have a bonus action still. Let's see if I can Goring Char it or something. Goring Rush, no. Hammering Fists. Let's see if that one works. That is a bonus action. Cool, let's do that then. Immediately after you hit something with a with a melee action. So let's try and bring it down on it. Hopefully I can push it back. It failed. Awesome. So because it fails, let's see what happens. Let's receive a strength check equal to my proficiency, or I push it 10 feet away. So let's just push it 10 feet any direction it can move, which I think is just to the side. Really, I don't think there's much I can do because it's kind of all over the place. So
There we go.
perfect.
Slides it back.
Sweet.
All right, so this one was fighting Jackson. So he's going to go for it again. Oof. But with a 20 on the dirty 20, that's going to be a hit. Thought you were raging.
I am raging.
Okay, you didn't apply it to yourself, so
I
go
did.
to
I
the
did.
effect
However,
and click it.
the effect. Yeah. Because I put it on like 8 times before when I was restrained and it wouldn't stick. So that's why.
Mm.
Does that work? God damn it. Try it again. Bam. Does that work? Still didn't work.
You should have one that says self. Little dude next to it. You don't cast, you just click the little effect.
Self. Self. Nope. You're talking about Wild Rage through the surge, the 3 thing down there?
Nope. It's not a.
Nope. What about?
This is Barbarian Rage bonus action under
Oh, okay.
Barbarian.
I did not do that. All right. Well, thank God. It is not needed. Did that work? Nope. Did not work either. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong here.
There you go. I'll
So
put it on you for now. All right, and then
So if it hasn't been on me the whole time, then that means that my damage is +2 that I've been missing out on.
correct. You missed out on the damage last time you hit with your sword, but
Uh,
more importantly, you took from its bite. You took full damage both times. Last time it did
And
9. This time it did 10. So you should have another 9 hit points.
I thought it was halved. I thought it was.
Yes, last time it did
Okay.
9, so it would have done 4. This time it did 10, so it would only did 5. So you get 9 back.
Okay. Awesome. My hit point change. Nice.
So
awesome.
now we
Hey,
see if you will get poisoned again.
Jesus Christ. Oh, that's not good.
So you
Can I do a
saved.
save?
So you only take half damage from the poison.
Wow. So does the poison not only have damage, but it also has a condition attached to it?
Correct. It has.
Ah,
If you had not, if you don't save, you become poisoned, and you are paralyzed. Poisoned is
Dang.
not that big a deal.
Paralyzed is huge.
You have disadvantage on your
yeah.
attacks and ability checks.
These checks. Okay.
Paralyzed, if you get hit, it's an automatic crit.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Crit damage.
Wow.
It's
Every
like
All
being
time
right.
you get hit.
asleep.
I say let's avoid that at all costs.
So this guy moves up and goes to attack Scrambles. He's actually. Yeah, so before he moves up, he's going to try to web you.
Not the web.
I agree, not the web. I don't like that web at all.
All right, so you are restrained, and now it moves up, but it cannot attack because it used its web.
Can I use my inspiration points against the spider to make it reroll or no?
No, but you can use them to get out when you try.
Plenty strong enough.
All right, why did he roll? Oh, that's why, because he used his web. And it is back if he wants to use it again, but he does not, so he's going to climb over his dead friend. He has the movement for it.
Does he get to leave me without an attack of opportunity?
He's not leaving you with this guy.
Oh, okay. Different guy.
Is there a percentage that he'll actually pause and eat his friend? Or is that
No,
unlikely?
Boo.
but Jackson does get an attack of opportunity against him.
This is the one that just moved.
Yes.
Undo targeting and targeting. All right. So with the sword, correct?
Or your
Let's
shield,
do
if
it.
you want to do an unarmed attack.
Unarmed attack. Let's see what that would do.
Like 2 points of damage.
Yeah, no, it's like 5 bludgeoning. It's automatic, evidently, but I'm gonna try it.
Correct.
Here we
It's
go.
just your strength mod. That's all it is.
I'm going to this thing. Oh, not good.
All right, but he's moving up, and he's now trying to go after Scrambles, who is restrained.
So can I throw my dagger with him and try to undo his thing?
Sadly, no.
Come on, I have at least like a 10% chance.
All right, drum roll. Oof.
1. Do I become unrestrained?
Yeah,
With a
almost.
1? So bad. Good for him. All right. He helps me get out. We high five.
I still throw the knife to you though.
Whisper soft nothings into my ear.
All right, so Jackson has had better days, but luckily Kree is still lower in the turn order, so he might be able to do something about that. This
It's all good.
guy is still saying, okay, make a hole, so I can do something, guys. He's going to move over here and try to spew at Jackson at a minus. Minus on his spew action. And a 6 is a miss. So
Nice.
Jackson ain't having any of that web business.
That's right. I've had enough. That's right.
All right, so her hex person is dead, if I'm not mistaken. Nope, it's dying. Okay, so she can shift it to somebody else. So she will do that. Let me pull up her sheet. Again, she will go with dexterity. But this time, seeing Scrambles there, does she want to do that? No, she doesn't. She's just going to keep doing what she did last time. It did a lot of damage. Get that. Cost that. She could Chromatic Orb. I was looking to see if there's any way she can get him out of that. And I just don't see it. Alright, so she's going to cast this spell because she hasn't cast it yet, and it looks really cool. Let's see. So she starts casting a spell, holding her staff, and you see the thing glow. Come on. And this large hand starts coming up. The ground starts forming the stone into this large stone hand. It's not the perfect one, but it's close enough. It's a big hand. And it latches out at the spider. And it has to make a save. It succeeded, but it still takes half the damage. And because she is hexed, it should be more. It is excellent.
Nice color dice.
So it doesn't grab. It's trying to grab at the hands, at its legs, and hold it still, but and make it restrained. But it failed its save. I mean, it made it save, but it still does a bunch of damage. 16 points of damage to this thing, as you see.
Nice.
A couple of its legs get crushed. All right, so Kree sees Scrambles. Let's see if he has any kind of restoration spells. He does not. Okay, so don't have any. So really, the only thing we can do is try to kill these things so he can get over there and heal them. So he's going to attack this one that's attacking Jackson. With his battle axe. That is a hit. And follows up with his claws. And that is enough to take it out. Alright, so then he's going to quickly move down. So that next turn he can heal Scrambles. Tricks.
All right. Trix is going to go ahead and move because he still can. So Trix is going to move 5, maybe 5. 10, 15, 20, 25. He's going to psychic attack that sucker. Let's do it. And it failed. Awesome. It's going to take some damage. Awesome. And it's going to push him. Or he's going to move.
4 squares. 40 feet.
So he would normally move into the hand with the square of the hand. So we'll go ahead and move him here. Come on. It doesn't want to move. All right, let's see.
And then as his last action, as he's going to help, he will help.
There we go.
He'll help Kree
All right.
because Kree is closer.
He is dead. So I normally remove the bodies, but these things are giant spiders. There's
Yeah.
big carcasses and there's webbing and everything. So any square where there's a dead body, dead spider, is difficult terrain. So it's going to take you 2 to move through. As this bleeding legs and webs and everything.
That's reasonable. We will allow it.
Thank you. Welcome, Zinu. Thank you for hanging out, by the way. All right, so it is. Oh, I'm sorry. You guys are waiting on me. I'm like, why isn't anybody doing anything? All right, so top of the third round. One just got moved back again. It's twitching and legs are flailing. Its head's waving back and forth as it feels all these insects and things biting at it. And then it rights itself. And it's not going to go back where it was because it doesn't know what the hell just happened. So it's going to move back over here and try to get Jackson. It already used its web, so it can't use it again. But it can bite, and it did. So instead of taking 11 damage, you only took 5 because you're raging. But let's see what happens with the poison. You succeed. All right. So you only take half damage.
The game's going to bonus right now. Everybody roll. That was very enthusiastic scrambles.
All right. So
I give it a little
Diabolical
chuckle.
thing.
again, you only take half damage because you made your save.
Nice.
This guy's dead.
Now, if I didn't make my save, wouldn't I still get half damage because I'm raging?
No, because that does not affect poison. It affects slashing, bludgeoning, and
Melee
other
type
damage.
of thing.
Yep, melee damage
Okay.
basically.
Let's
All
work
right,
on that on my next level up.
there we go. There is one. Oh, by the way, Zinlu says that Jackson is preferred by 4 out of 5 giant spiders surveyed.
Thank goodness. Took all that blacksmith training.
That's right. All right, so Lolin, so she's still got that hand, and so that hand is going to try to get this other giant spider here now. And it also succeeded. Well, they are little crafty little buggers, but still took 9 damage.
Nice. 9 is cool.
Should have taken. Oh, that's right. He's not hexed, so it didn't take the extra damage. Okay. So that is her turn. She's just gonna stay where she is. She's happy there. Cree. Sorry, guys. It happened the way
That's
the
cool.
cookie crumbled. Jackson, we're gonna be eventually once the bad guys go. But Cree's now going to heal. Cure wounds. Boing, boing, boing. Alright, not perfect, but hey, it was better than having the damage he had before. Alright, so you get back 5 points. And now the spider goes. He did not get his web back, so he can't do anything. He's actually going to move around. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So he'll move. The rest of his movement uses action to do his move. So he moves up but cannot attack. This guy is still in a heated battle with Jackson.
Yep. About to lose.
Boy, Jackson was getting it tonight. He resists. Let's see if he saves. Oof. Jackson does not save. So his luck has run out.
Oh my god. Can I roll for luck?
You can use your
Yeah, I got something in here.
inspiration to reroll. Yes.
Yes, I will do that. My inspiration is. Where's my inspiration?
16. There we go. That is a save. So instead of taking 16 damage, you only took 8. So let me give that back to you. And you are not hurt, etc., etc., not poisoned and restrained and paralyzed.
Oh, nice.
This guy is dead. All right, so Jackson, back to you. You are hurting, but you are alive, and you are not
All right.
poisoned.
Target everybody, and here we go. Okay, so first of all, let's do the. I'm going to do my little pixie. I'm going to put her right smack dab next to those church pews, and I can affect all 4 of them from that vantage point.
Um,
Has to be in 5
right
feet.
now, it has to be within 5 feet, so you can hit 2. Pretty much the 2 fighting you, or 1 fighting the 2 in the back. With in the bottom.
2 fighting me.
All right. So
When you
they'll
had
be
it was perfect.
right where she
Unless
was.
I can go in
Fine.
the crosshairs. Yep. Okay, so then
So
I do the.
yep.
Here
Target
we
those
go. Here we go.
top
Right,
2.
search. Hold on. See on target. And then target. 1 and 2. Beautiful. And I pressed the right button. I did. Ha. And press damage.
All right. Yep. Roll your damage. So they both failed.
Awesome. Oh, I'll take it though. 1 damage. Can I roll a
This
thing?
little pixie explodes.
Can I roll a chart for maximum damage? 50% or above?
Now you have a 1 in 6 chance to do max damage.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Really, really.
What's your so go ahead and now it's your regular action.
My regular action, yes, I'm going to untarget everything and then go. Now the X means that he's dead, or the X means okay, never mind.
X-Men they failed to
X-Men.
save, so I
Yes.
just moved it and cleared it because normally it won't go away to the end of the turn.
Ah,
Usually you save and then you move on quick. So there is a way of clearing that. I just don't know what it is. Give that barbarian pixie wrangler a heal potion. Oh hey, guess what?
what?
Zinlu gave you a heal
Ooh,
using
Nice.
his
nice.
Sven points. So do you want me to roll it? Do you want you to
I
roll
will
it?
roll it. Damn it!
Okay, a
No,
1d8
I don't trust the roll.
plus 5.
Because I don't trust anyone.
Okay, so put it in the modifier. Can I put that in the
Yes,
modifier or no?
yes, plus 5. It's a,
Okay, here we go.
awesome,
And come
Zinlu.
on.
Thank you.
That is really cool.
Yes, thank you kindly. Oh,
Nice,
yes,
13 back. So
nice.
he's instead of having 43 wounds, he now only has 30. So he's
Right.
takes a deep
Finley,
breath.
you rock, man. You rock. Thank you.
That is pretty cool, yeah.
So yep, giant spiders, all these webs are on you, and you notice something shining in the web, and you're like, "What's that?" You smack it with your hand, and it's a healing potion, and it splashes
Nice.
all over you, and you feel much better.
I do. Thank you.
Awesome. So it's still your turn.
Ah,
Awesome.
what else
Thank you,
can I do
Zinlu.
though?
Yeah.
All I can do is move if I wanted to, right?
Oh no, you
I've
can attack.
already.
Did you attack already? Oh, you
Okay.
did attack.
Yeah, I
You
attacked.
missed. Okay.
Yes, I did attack.
So yep. So you can move, or
I'm not going to move at all.
okay. So you're good. All right. So as one of the spiders. See now, if it was in Gorgio, he would have healed the spider. I probably would
He's
have too, because that's the type of guy I am. All right.
a cat person, so I don't.
And yet we
Doesn't
still love
surprise
you.
me.
So
Yeah.
what is wrong with that scenario?
All right. So this spider is running around. It's gonna move up. It's 30 there, and slide on over. Slide, slide, slippity slide. All right. Tricks.
Trix is going to mentally attack the spider that is next to Scrambles because he is freaking out. So let's see if it'll hurt him. And it failed. Awesome.
Nice.
So he'll do some damage. Me. It's heavily damaged. That's awesome. And then Trix will cast Help again. Cast will give Help again to Kree, who is in front of him. Should I be rolling saving rolls? I feel like I haven't gone in a while.
That is, both of those things are correct.
Okay.
On your turn, you'll be doing saving throws, and you have not gone in a while.
Okay, cool. Does the thumbs up, is that the help action symbol that I just put on him? On Kree?
Yes, I believe so.
It wasn't there, and I dropped it on him, so I think that's what it does.
Oh, yes, it is. Yep.
And then Trix is going to
I had to zoom in to see what you're talking about.
stay there. No, yeah, he's going to stay right where he is. Why move? Who needs to move? Moving is dumb.
All right. So
Speak of the devils.
oh, nice. It took 13 damage. Very nice. Did you roll to see where it moved?
I did not.
Okay. Yep. So
I'm going to
1d4.
throw that in there.
So it moves back. All right. So scrambles.
I have to roll to see
So
if I get unparalyzed
at the end of your turn, yep.
and poisoned.
We gotta find the spider. There it is. I'm just reading through it to see. Okay, here it is, DC 11. We're going to do the poison condition first.
Don't I roll that?
Evidently not.
Can I roll for paralyzed?
There you go.
Perfect. 14.
All right,
That's good
so
enough.
you are no longer paralyzed.
Very nice.
You are still poisoned, but no longer paralyzed. You don't have the wild surge action armor class on you.
What do you mean?
Jackson just willy nilly putting stuff on people. And you are right, so you're no longer
Put anything
paralyzed.
on anybody. Can't put anything on anybody.
And you also get to roll just to let's see. Actually, you do not get to roll for the restrain because that's the webbing. You can next turn you can fight your way out of it, or somebody can attack it.
Can I use an inspiration point to re-roll my poison?
Yes.
I will do that then.
Okay. DC 11. May as well. You're gonna lose it
I'm
here.
gonna lose it anyway. I did last week, so I'm like, might as well. Freaking A.
Wah, wah, wah.
I don't care. I'll use my
Sad.
second one.
Oh, you have two? Cool.
Yeah, I had one from a long time ago, and I've been carrying one over every week because I've been on time. Push it at me again. Don't roll a wud.
There we go. All right.
Nice. Okay, so now I'm not poisoned or paralyzed. I'm still
Yep.
tied up though.
The only thing you are is restrained. Yep, you're webbed. Cool, cool, cool. And that ends as it happens at the end of your turn. Start of the next round. We will see you guys next week.
Awesome.
No.
As very nice. Okay.
What?
Cool.
Can we do just like one Hail Mary, and if we roll like top 10%, we just wipe them all out instantaneously?
The holy hand grenade.
Yeah, but you don't get
The
any
hell? Yeah,
experience.
exactly.
Use the holy hand grenade.
You guys
All right, screw
are
it.
pretty close
We
to.
need the experience.
Let's see. Are we? Yeah, you're less than
Got
1,000
like
away from
was it
leveling
like
up. Just saying.
five more adventures?
Yeah, my percentile wouldn't have done it anyway. I rolled a 32.
There you go. So, all right. Well, hey, thanks for playing, guys, and thank you to Ngojio and Zinlu, Claudia, for stopping by, saying hello. Reno
Heck yeah.
for lurking.
Thank
We
Yes.
appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Um,
Thank you for my healing potion. That was very nice.
yeah, very cool. It's the first healing potion redeemed by anybody. That's the
Very
first
nice.
thing that actually affected a player. Period. So
Yeah.
awesome. Good guy. Lots of fun.
Thank you, Sven,
And
for doing the maps and stuff. It's awesome.
not a problem. Well, it is a problem, but I enjoy doing it. And as I hope so. Thanks again. Like, subscribe if you guys want to catch up on where they came from. Claudia's waving goodbye to everybody. Zinlu
Bye,
says it was nice to sit and be able to watch the whole stream, so that was awesome. I agree. Let's see.
Awesome.
Hopefully it was enjoyable. Here's this. So if you guys want to see what it was like and what got them here, Lo Lin has been here for the last several
Excellent.
sessions, so you can
Okay.
see them. Go to the Using the Tubes, Spencer77, look at the lists and you'll see it. He said, most definitely enjoyable. Thanks, you all. Thank you. And whatever else you guys do, enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. Bye.